My resignation is being put in the order right now. Love you, brother.
Bryson Bryson probably didn't know how to read this.
We have Coach Cliff Godwin, center fielder Bryson Worrell, and right-handed pitcher Beal. We'll open up Cliff Godwin for opening comments, and we'll go to the players with questions.
You know, I just told the team I thought everybody did their job again today. Josh Groves did his job. Savage did his job. Beal did his job. Mayor Beaker, Shinkman. Obviously, offensively, I thought we made it very tough on their starter, who is pretty good. I thought we battled. Bryson had, really tough at bat before he hit his home run. JC had some tough at bats, but were really tough up and down the lineup. And then all the guys off the bench. I mean, those guys really performed at a high level. I mean, Ryder was awesome. Carter Cunningham, Ryan McChrystal did a great job catching behind the plate. Joey Rezick with 2 hits and 3 RBIs. Shaq doing his job as always. Clonch coming off the bench. Just thought it was a great team effort, and our guys just kept playing to the end. So I was really pleased with the way we played.
Questions for the players?
Bryson, quite a third inning, 2 homers, 1 from each side of the plate. Just how do you put that into words? What you did in that third inning?
I think coming into that inning, we had the momentum from Trey going out there and only giving up 1 run, basically loading no out. So we had that momentum going back in the dugout. And like Coach has said, I had a tough at bat my first at bat. Just trying to keep it simple, work at the middle of the field, and then that second at bat, he left me hanging, change up, and then try to get a swing off on him.
Danny, the way you've been pitching lately, I think since the past month or so, I think I counted it's like almost 12, 13 innings, just allowed 2 runs. So what's kind of been working well for you out there as you kind of continue this run you're on?
I think just following the plan that AK has given us. I mean, as you look down the hole, 11 Ks and 2 walks today. Just a great job by the entire pitch staff as a whole. And I think the way that Coach D and AK gives us, the ability to kind of pitch to our strengths and gives us a great plan to follow. I think that's kind of what I attribute all my success to. And it's not just my success too; it's the entire pitch staff. We've been pitching, phenomenal through the conference tournament and then again today. So.
Bryson, how important was it for you guys early on to put the pressure on offensively and get some runs across?
Yeah, it was really important. They kind of battled back there the first couple of innings. They were aggressive on the mound, aggressive with the box. So, yeah, just getting them a few swings off early, scoring those early runs really helped us out. Even having all this experience, does scoring early do anything for you guys? Does it ease some pressure if there is anything like that? I don't think so. We've come back behind so many times. I feel like we can really play in any situation and we'll be comfortable.
What is the feeling of 5,000 fans going nuts when you hit 2 home runs in 1 inning feel like?
It's awesome. You can't really ask for much more than, especially when we have a sold out crowd and a packed stadium today, in regionals at home, you can't really ask for much more than that.
Any more questions for the players?
Bryson, you've hit home runs from both sides of the plate in the same game before, right?
Yeah.
You've done it in the same inning before?
No, I can say I've never done that
Sure.
before.
It's pretty rare. When you look at your own swing, do you consider yourself more powerful from one side or the other, or is it pretty even?
Not really. I really don't know. Honestly, I feel like in BP I may have more juice right-handed, but in the game I kind of just go out there and try to keep it simple, work to the middle. Whatever happens, happens.
Danny, did you feel after you came in after that big inning that you could kind of go out there and throw with reckless abandon, knowing how well the bats were going today?
Yeah, I think it's just coming out and having the ability to kind of shut them down and kind of not really give them any room to breathe, I think was big, especially for the offense just to keep putting on. It's just, again, following the plan, just filling up the zone and not letting them, get any momentum or anything like that, and just letting the offense do what they've done all day. So.
Let's call for players. Thanks, guys. Good job, boys.
Malcolm, you can take them back over the golf cart. I can walk. I didn't exert too much energy today.
Coach Trey getting out of that jam, and then following up the big offensive inning after that. Just how big of a gut punch was that to them, maybe?
Well, Trey has, really matured. He's pitching with a lot of confidence. You go back to the conference tournament, pretty much same situation. Conference tournament, he didn't give up a run. He gave up a sac fly, but bases loaded, no outs. If you really can get out with 2 runs or less, it's a huge momentum swing. and he only gave up one. So he's been outstanding for us.
Coach, you said the team was excited yesterday. The players were saying they were excited. However, they were patient today. They drew 11 walks. Can you talk about their plate discipline?
Yeah, they were really good. I mean, and the guy wasn't like just throwing like spraying balls. I mean, you know, you look at Bryson's about to hit the home run. I don't know how many pitches it was, but he fouled off a ton of pitches, and then JC right behind him worked a walk, but I think he was down 0-2 and he just fouled off a ton of pitches. So I thought our guys were composed. You know, compared to last year, I thought we played a little bit anxious when we played Norfolk State. I thought we swung out of the zone a lot more last year than we did this year. I thought our guys did a really good job offensively.
Your Savage gets, you know, placed in the probably more tough situations than maybe anyone in that pen. So what is it about him that allows him just to handle that moment?
Well, I mean, he throws 95 with an 84-mile-an-hour breaking ball, so he's got really good stuff. And he's now, you know, throwing a lot more strikes than he did early in the season.
The run Bryson's on right now, I mean, just how locked in is he? Have you ever seen anything like what he did in the third inning?
I haven't. You know, Aaron was talking about has Bryson ever done? I never seen it in person. So I've seen a couple things in person the past you know, week. The throw Bryson made from center field in the conference tournament, I've never seen him throw like that in person. And then I've never seen somebody hit a home run from both sides in the same inning. So pretty special. And my hat's off to Bryson. You know, a guy that has really put it together his 5th year, but he's been an unbelievable leader for our team. He has showed up every day at practice when sometimes 5th-year seniors, they've been there, they've done it, they don't necessarily practice. So our Bryson has practiced just like he did as a sophomore or junior, getting after it every single day.
After the big inning, you guys still averaged 1 run an inning the rest of the way. Did you talk to them after that big inning about not getting complacent and still being aggressive? Because they looked very aggressive from the plate. But
I didn't. The players, you know, in the conference tournament, I think it was the South Florida game when we were up 3-0. I felt like we got complacent, and the players talked about it the next day and said, hey, look, we got to put teams away when we have the opportunity to put teams away. So I didn't say anything to them. Maybe the players did, but I didn't say anything to them.
Coach, I know you've been focused in on Coppin, and rightfully so, but what have you seen from Coastal Carolina, who may be your opponent tomorrow, you know, you never know, but how would you see from Coastal, and kind of if that matchup tends to take place, what do you see from the Chants?
I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I have not looked at anybody but Coppin State. I couldn't tell you anything about Coastal Carolina or UVA, either one of them, and that's no disrespect to them, but our coaches, our players will tell you that Coach Godwin doesn't look at the next opponent until we get ready to play them. So I'll be up here tomorrow all day figuring out you know, who we're playing.
All in all, getting so many guys experiencing a game like this, I mean, can you draw it up much better from that standpoint?
I mean, that's, you know, you never expect to be able to, you know, I don't think we had another position player, but like I said, those guys came off the bench, and Ryan McChrystal caught great. You know, Carter Cunningham got a knock. Joey Resi had 2, you know, his first 2 collegiate hits, 3 RBIs, a guy that has shown up to practice for 2 straight years. Shaq did his job. You know, I'm probably missing somebody that came off the bench, but everybody just went out there and just clutch, had a big knock with the bases loaded. I felt like our guys just went out there and played every at bat like it was a 0-0 game, which was really good to see.
Any more questions? All right, thanks,
Thank you, guys.